Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, I respect the sincerity behind the author's dedication to highlighting this historical importance of the Ten Commandments. However, the authors claim that there is one universally recognized and Supreme Court approved version is simply not accurate. And that matters deeply when we're legislating what millions of Texas students will see on classroom walls every day. The Supreme Court has indeed addressed the Ten Commandments, but never once has it approved their mandatory display inside public school classrooms. Quite the opposite. In Stone v. Graham, the Supreme Court struck down a Kentucky law precisely like this one because it mandated a clearly religious display in classrooms. That decision remains good law today. The Van Orden case, which the author mentions, was about an outdoor monument in a historical, adult-oriented setting, not a mandatorily daily display in classrooms filled with impressionable students from diverse religious backgrounds. But even more importantly, members, let's be honest with ourselves and our constituents. There simply is no single universally accepted text of the Ten Commandments. Catholics number them differently from Protestants. Jewish communities emphasize certain commandments differently. These aren't trivial differences. They reflect profound theological traditions. By pretending these differences don't exist, the bill doesn't restore tradition, it distorts it. Mr. Speaker, may I get some order?
Members, please take your conversations outside the rail.
My amendment corrects that oversight. It ensures our classrooms reflect not just one narrow sectarian interpretation, but the full richness of our shared Judeo-Christian heritage. By clearly displaying side by side the Protestant, Catholic, and Jewish enumerations, each clearly labeled, we honor the truth of our diverse traditions. We turn a mere religious mandate into a genuine educational opportunity, teaching our children something powerful, that our common morals have been expressed through different voices and different faith traditions. The author's argument that we're restoring a historical tradition conveniently overlooks that the Supreme Court explicitly ended the practice she's trying to restore, precisely because it violated the Constitution. Posting religious texts without context doesn't teach history. It risks promoting one religion over others, something our Constitution forbids. My amendment also significantly reduces the risk of costly litigation. If we adopt the original version of this bill, legal challenges are inevitable, and taxpayers will bear the expense. But by clearly including all three major traditions, we strengthen the constitutional footing of this bill. Courts have consistently upheld religious displays only when they're clearly educational, historical, and neutral, not sectarian endorsements. In short, this amendment is not about diminishing religious values. It's about protecting religious freedom. It respects our pluralistic society, promotes true educational value, and safeguards taxpayer dollars by reducing the legal vulnerabilities inherent in the original version. Let's be honest about our history, respectful of our constitutional obligations, and wise with taxpayer funds. I urge you to adopt this amendment to honor the full diversity of faith traditions that enrich our state. That's how we genuinely restore our historical legacy while upholding our constitutional duties.